Every single day, the average professional receives well over 100 emails. It is a constant, suffocating avalanche of unread messages burying your desk. We lose hours of deep focus deciphering vague subject lines, hunting down missing attachments, and surviving endless reply chains. Mail ethics functions as a strict operational protocol designed to halt the systematic loss of billable hours and team focus. To see how this works in practice, open up a drafting mail you are working on right now. We are going to use it as a live test subject. By standardizing how we communicate, we reclaim those lost hours, eliminate operational friction, and stop unnecessary financial waste. Let's begin. Step 1 begins before the email is even opened. Your subject line is the gatekeeper. It determines if it gets prioritized, if it is deferred, or completely ignored. Leaving this field blank or typing a single ambiguous word like hey or question guarantees immediate failure. Your header needs 3 specific elements: project name, specific action required, and a hard deadline. Look at how these function. The recipient instantly processes the context, understands what you need, and knows exactly when it's needed, all without reading a single sentence. A precise subject line eliminates ambiguity right at the front door. Teams align instantly, and no one wastes a click trying to figure out what you want. Now, let's look at the body of the email. The fastest way to create friction here is through your typography, specifically hitting the caps lock key. In a digital environment, capitalization is acoustic. Typing in all caps translates as shouting, which triggers an immediate defensive reaction from your reader. Once you have adjusted your tone, you have to fix your layout. Sending a dense wall of text creates a massive barrier to efficient data retrieval. We solve this by restructuring long paragraphs into compartmentalized chunks. Using aligned, concise bullet points makes your data highly scannable. Even with bullet points, apply the 2-minute rule. If it takes over 120 seconds to read and process, you need to schedule a direct meeting. Optimizing your tone and your visual formatting drastically reduces the reader's cognitive load. They comprehend the information faster, and they make decisions quicker. Step 3 is audience selection. You must distinguish between the active participants who actually need to do something and the passive observers who merely need context. This maps the carbon copy, or CC field. It is strictly for internal visibility. Everyone can see everyone else, but no direct action is required. Compare that to the blind carbon copy field. BCC is essential when communicating with large, disconnected groups of external clients. If you place 50 external clients in a standard CC field, you have just broadcasted their private contact information to strangers. That creates severe operational and reputational risk. Adhering to these visibility rules establishes a strict data privacy standard that protects the company from liability and preserves client trust. Step 4 addresses the single most destructive action in modern corporate communication: the unnecessary reply all. When a company-wide announcement goes out and one person replies "thanks" to the list, that one trivial response multiplies into thousands of unwanted notifications. Hundreds of employees are forced to stop their workflow, open their inbox, and process a pleasantry that has absolutely nothing to do with their jobs. To stop this, use a simple triage rule. Before you hit reply, evaluate the distribution list. Does every single person on this list genuinely require the information you are about to send? If the answer is no, build the muscle memory to click Reply to Sender only. Reserve your feedback for the exact person who needs it. Neutralizing the reply all impulse stops these cascade failures across your communication network. It preserves hundreds of hours of collective focus. Our final step covers the temporal mechanics of your inbox. We need to set clear expectations around internal response times. This diagram illustrates the Internal Service Level Agreement, or SLA. You have a non-negotiable baseline of 24 hours to respond to internal corporate communications. You do not need to have the final solution within a day. A brief holding message acknowledging receipt perfectly satisfies this mandate. Once you have written your response, finalize it with a standardized professional sign-off. A simple "best regards" or "sincerely" maintains your authoritative tone. Now, look back at the draft email you opened at the start of the session. Verify it against the 5 protocols we just established: your gatekeeper subject line, your typography and layout, your audience selection, your reply settings, and your sign-off. Applying this systematic checklist to every single dispatch elevates your individual professionalism. It engineers a vastly more efficient, frictionless corporate culture for everyone.